Deep within the whispering woods of the Zulu kingdom, there lies a drum made of pure moonlight and silver. They say its rhythm can command the rain, but only a heart without greed can touch it. Jabulani was a drummer whose ambition was louder than his heartbeat. He didn't want to bring rain, he wanted to bring the world to its knees. Disregarding the warnings of the great seer, Jabulani entered the sacred grove at the stroke of midnight. The air grew thick with the scent of ozone and ancient earth. There, resting on a stone altar, was the silver drum. As he raised his hands to strike, the shadows of the trees began to detach themselves from the trunks. They weren't just shadows, they were the ancestors, watching. Jabulani struck the drum once, and the sound didn't echo. It screamed. The scream of the silver drum ripped through Jabulani's soul, freezing the blood in his veins. The tall shadows stepped into the moonlight, revealing the faces of ancient kings with eyes like cold stars. "You play for power," a voice boomed from the darkness, "but the drum only speaks for the land." Suddenly, Jabulani's hands were stuck to the silver surface. Every beat of his heart was now a beat of the drum. As the rhythm quickened, the trees began to bleed silver sap, and the ground beneath him cracked open. The ancestors didn't want his life, they wanted his hands to play the song of the rain for eternity. Jabulani looked at his fingers. They were slow, he was becoming part of the instrument he tried to steal. Can Jabulani break the curse? The silver reached Jabulani's elbows, and his heart began to beat with the cold rhythm of metal.
The ritual
In his final moment of
complete.
humanity, he remembered the village children crying for water in the drought. He stopped playing for himself. He closed his eyes and began to drum for the thirsty earth, for the wilting crops, and for the mothers with empty jars. Tears of true regret fell onto the silver drum, and the scream turned into a soft, melodic hum. Lightning split the sky, and a torrential rain began to fall, not of silver but of life. The ancestors nodded, and the silver retreated from Jabulani's skin. The drum vanished into the mist, leaving him alone in the mud. Jabulani returned to his village, not as a king, but as a humble man who knew the value of a single drop of water. Greed steals your soul, but service sets it free. Would you give up your power to save your people? Comment mercy and follow for more.